Good morning, guys. This is going to be kind of a mixed bag and just kind of an update. A few things I'm been working on. First is an attachment for that Knife Maker's belt sander. Some of you remember a while ago I built a belt sander for that guy, and this is an attachment. And he showed me pictures on the internet, and he just said he gave me artistic license again, and I just kind of built it for him. It's two side plates, a couple of struts in the middle to hold it apart, and then it's got some grooves cut in it there, or milled in it, with some slots, and you see I got a ball detent down the bottom there, and there, and these are for these little quick change spindles, and he gave me a list of all the spindles he wanted, and these just kind of snap in here. And the belt runs across here, and what these are for doing is for shaping finger guards or finger holes in knives. This is a 5/16 spindle, ½ inch, I don't know, 3/4, and then here we made a plastic one here. This one actually, no, there's a dog on it now, but this one actually snaps in the back, and it takes a piece of PVC pipe that slips over it, and the belt actually runs under it. The belt will run under that plastic one, then over this little spindle here to squeeze the belt down and give it a better profile so he can get in there and do his work on those. So anyways, that's that's the little baby one there. And then he's, like I say, he's gonna have various sizes that just kind of snap in there and to run his belt on. So anyways, that was an attachment, and this just those two counterboard screws there bolt into the that tooling arm. You remember that had an inch or a 2x2 tooling arm, or no, 1.5 by 1.5 square stock tooling arm. So that just kind of bolts to that, and your belt runs across here, and that allows him to do some shaping out here on the front. So anyways, that's an attachment for that belt sander. And again, with the scallops on the sides, this is the outboard that's going to get seen. The other one I didn't do anything, but yeah, that's what I came up with. Anyways, belt sander done. Talked about. That's what I've been doing in my little bit of spare time. Here's another one. This one's going to get a drive roller. There's a big old fat daddy that's going to go in there. So, all right, belt sander done. Squares. We've done some surface grinding. I was going to show you my rig. I got these, I think I got them from Inco. It's a magnetic transfer block, and for those of you that have the, that's not blood, I got red ink on me. Anyways, for those of you that have surface grinders, have been playing with the magnets, magnetic transfer blocks are wonderful. It's, by itself, it's not magnetic. And it's laminated, and it's cast iron and aluminum, cast iron, aluminum, all laminated together, and 2 aluminum pins go through it. Now, what I've discovered is they work great as long as these laminations are parallel with the laminations on your main magnet table. You try to put it in an angle like that, stick it at a 45 to do some stuff, it doesn't work at all. It doesn't transfer any of the magnetism. So, and even 90 degrees. If you put it on the table like this, with the laminations going east and west, and then the main magnet is going north and south, it doesn't transfer the magnetism. So beware that if you do get some magnetic transfer blocks, that you can only use them a specific way. Now this one I've machined, and just for doing the faces of my little angles, I can do these in pairs. And it sucks them down to the table real nice, so I can pull that in, just drop a parallel there, bump it all in, and I've checked all this for square, and I've actually had to square it up and grind it and get it nice and true just for doing these. But this works really good for getting these faces. And all these angles are spoken for, and these are in various stages of completion. Those of you that are taking delivery have seen that I've stamped a Z in each one. The name of my company is Bar Z Industrial. My last name starts with a Z, so it is Zinkoski. So that's where the Z comes from. So you'll know You've got Genuine's bar Z squares, or I think we might just call them Z squares. Anyways, so that's that. Magnetic transfer blocks, wonderful, but limited. I'm sure the high-end ones that have the brass and the cast iron pins or the steel pins going through them are maybe a tad better, but the difference in price is huge. These are the imports, and when you get them, be prepared to true them up. Their main purpose is to transfer the magnetism. Secondary to that is the square, parallel, and trueness. So be prepared to clean them up. And believe me, grinding these dissimilar metals is no fun. That aluminum gets in your wheel and clogs you up, and you lube it and dress it, and it's horrible to grind. But they came in a set. So I've got this parallel, which the only thing I did to that was grooves. And this one, I haven't de-virginized this one yet, but it came in a pair. And then it came with a pair of magnetic V-blocks, which I just wrapped them up because I don't know whether I'll ever use them, but I got them. Anyways, I got the V-blocks. So back to the Maker's Mark. The little Z there in the corner of that square, that's pretty cool. But when I started surface grinding, a lot of it went away. And some of you are going to get these, and that Z is going to maybe look like a 7, where part of the Z got ground away. And I was trying to, I was thinking, well, how could I make that so I don't, I stamp them in, then I harden them, then I grind them, and how can I do that so I don't lose the Z? And I was driving back from Bakersfield the other day, of all places, and driving through the mountains there in Tehachapi, and I had an epiphany. So I came home and I tried it. This is with a 3/8 end mill, and then I stamp down in the recess, and I recessed here 20 thousandths, 15 thousandths, 10 thousandths, and 5 thousandths with a 3/8, and stamped, and then polished over the stamp a little bit to kind of flatten it out. And that would make it so I could do my grinding, and it's got a little recess, and it gives me a nice little place to put my Maker's Mark. But the 3/8 is a little big, so I tried it again with a 5/16, and same thing here. I started, I started shallow here, and then went deeper here. So that's 5, 10, 15, and 20 thousandths. But I'm kind of liking that. So on that little square right there, we could have this little Maker's Mark right in there, recessed down about 10 or 15 thousandths with the bar Z on it. And see, I even put the bar on that one. So you'd have the bar Z on it on a little recess, and that would make a nice little Maker's Mark. So I'm thinking I'm going to do that. I don't think it's going to impede the operation of them, but I think I might start putting a Maker's Mark on them. Pretty shallow. I know it's going to be a catch-all for dirt and grime and stuff. It'll be a little catching point. But I kind of feel guilty. I'm not putting any name on them. Okay, so that's that. Maker's Mark and squares updated. I still got my set. Haven't sold my set yet. But like I said, all these are spoken for. These are in the final stages. They just need a final grind, and then they're going to go to gun blue. Those still need to be ground on the 45 over there. So those still need a little bit of work. Yeah, and I do them one pair at a time. Just do my finish measuring and get my 45s right, and just spit them out in pairs. Let's see. Oh, I bought a new tool. I've got a 3-inch face mill, and I've got this one. This is a little 1.5 inch, and it takes the inexpensive TPG insert, and I use a TPG 322 with a number 6. They call it a C6 corner radius, so that's what I've been using. I ordered them in coated, but they came in uncoated for whatever reason. So these fit my 3-inch and my 1.5 now. So I've got a smaller face mill now to cut down some of these smaller squares on the face. So there's that, and that came from good old McFadden Dales. I've got an arbor I think I'm going to play with and get that to fit. Last up, I got a package in the mail. I didn't think I never opened an account for McMaster-Carr, but McMaster-Carr sent me this universal milled chip guard repair kit. Wear safety goggles. Wow, it sounds really dangerous. But inside I've got 2 hose clamps, a little bit of duct tape, some baling wire, 2 Band-Aids, oh, and some tie wraps. I think this is going to fix my mill chip guard over there. That was sure nice to get in the mail. And McMaster, I'm going to have to order some replacements of these. Can someone give me the part number on this? This would be awesome to have a nice assortment sitting on the shelf and ready to repair that thing at a moment's notice. No, actually, Tom Lipton sent me that, and it was a joke. I was teasing and goofing off with him in my last video, and he sent me the Universal Mill Chip Guard Repair Kit. And then about a week later, he sent me an email showing me Inco had them on sale, and I think he sent it to Adam and myself both. I ordered one. They had an April Fool's or an April 1st sale over at Inco, so I ordered a set of bellows for the back. It's the accordion looking ones for the back, and then it's got the little flap in the front. But I think they were $24 for the two-piece rubber kit. But I ordered one, so that's due in. But thanks, Tom. That gave me a pretty good laugh when that came in. I'll show you what else he sent. And I got this over here. And try to get that without any glare. This is a little tenths indicator, which is it's an Alina, which is Swiss made. Very nice little indicator. Last calibrated in 1999, but you know, I'm not building a space shuttle here, so I don't really care. And this one's kind of interesting. It's got a little flip lever where it can either work in a clockwise or counterclockwise direction. And to you English folks, that's going to be clockwise and anti-clockwise. All right, but yeah, a little tenths indicator reads out in tenths of a thousandth, and very maddening little thing. All you got to do is sneeze on it or look at it funny, and you'll get a crazy reading. And you have to be extra careful. Every single speck of fly shit on the surface table, every little thing, just clean it, clean it, clean it. A hair, a particle of dust, just, yeah, it's going to make a difference in your readings. So by the time I'm done with this gauge, I'm probably going to need a white jacket and a padded room. But it's helped me find my errors in these squares, and I've actually identified all the places where my error sources were coming from. And I had an 0.8 of an inch error in by the time I was done with these things, and it was a starting error that I was starting with, and it was my my blocks that I was working off of to establish 90 degrees. So you know, if you can identify all your errors down the line, if you start off crooked, you're going to end up crooked. And identifying those errors was difficult with a half a thou indicator, just a standard indicator. So Tom sending me this was very much appreciated, and great little gauge. And Tom, thank you again for this. Like I say, very maddening, and this thing's not going to come out until I'm splitting BCHs. So beautiful little case, nice little accessory kit with it for holding it, and yes, very pleased with it. All right, well, thanks for watching, and that's just a kind of a mixed bag update of stuff that's going on around here. I've been crazy busy at work, and haven't had much shop time, but thought I'd just give you a quick update here. All right, fellas, thanks for watching.